Akvila just gave me a session about military abduction, MyLab stuff, secret space program, past life regression, and I want to talk about the subject. I've watched some videos of these other super soldier people and MyLab military abduction, and there's the whole secret space program, and there's I recall that the way I did, so that's going on, and this has to do with intergalactic business that our military, secret military, is involved in, and you have entire control on this planet. Before we go into the details of the regression session that Akvila just gave me, I would like to hear from you, Akvila. What are some of the things that you know about this military or the galactic war, secret space program? What are your thoughts? Is it a thing in your world? Is that how you see things?
Well, for me, it's only a thing, but from my part, I'm always a spectator. I was never a part of it. Like I can come in and like see what they're doing. I can play, but I'm the third party. I'm not playing their games. I'm just like I have like this is my first time here, which is like I don't deal with these parties. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? So I'm just trying to figure out who's who and who's doing what. So with all the sessions I've gave, there are plenty of people who've been involved into this sort of stuff, and the things they say, and then they ask me to go to party and scan their sort of experiences and like report back on what happened, and I do that. So whenever I come back from my experiences and I scan them, like being abducted against their own will, put in like just harvesting of humans and using their abilities and all kinds of things, like or just using humans for like sort of trade. Oh, you have this ability, we're going to sell you to the reptilians, you're going to work there or 20 years or even longer, you're going to be a grunt or an officer or whatever and level up and do lots of things, and just like they have a life there, they're working and doing stuff, and then they go back in time and put people back and wipe our memories or suppress it big time, and you cannot like take it out fully because humans are so powerful and they still tap into it from time to time, and they can recall that, but like it's pretty suppressed. And with all the people that I work with, it's pretty much like a thing. It's a theme. So
Yeah. Yeah. Now, have you've been on a lot of different planets where the war was raging and big cities and stuff that got attacked by the reptilian factions and stuff?
yeah, I pretty much go to those places almost every night.
Yeah. What do you feel like your mission or job there is when you go? What do you do there?
I'm like a rescuing party. Like I go there to find any beings that I can help, that I can like hey, you're here, like I let me help. And so I just like get them out of there, or like seek, like just try to find out what happened there. Like I can literally get on that planet and literally like put my hand on the planet and scan the history of it. How old is the planet? What happened? What kind of incidents? How many beings? The life and like the vibration of this planet. Like I literally scan everything. Now like okay, like I get this sort of information from you, like it's pretty interesting. So
That's amazing.
yeah, but I've been to wars. I've been to those places where like I'm just engaged in the first like person combat, like either fist to fist or for like from distance. But I've been to a lot of these. Like it's almost every night I go to those places.
And they're as real or more real than this physical world as an experience. Yeah.
Yeah, way more real.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is before this lifetime. I was working for the good guy team in a higher realm. I wasn't working in the physical universe. And I want to ask you, what did you see? The details, what things look like, any things that I didn't see that you might have seen that might be helpful for me to see what's going on and stuff. So yeah.
Well, for me, like, I'm mainly connecting to what you're telling me. So whenever you're telling me a story, I will, whenever I hear something, I can like visualize it or shift my consciousness to it. So as you're telling me about your story in the session and what's happening, I can shift my consciousness and sort of like stand next to you and see what's happening around you. So, like when you're 7 years old and the street, like house to house and stuff like that, like it's just like, okay, I'm there, and we shift consciousness to when we did the earlier beginning, when you see the planet of like good guys, and it's a huge planet. Like it's a big planet, like very nice looking, sort of even very brightish. Like when you look at the sky, like there are no clouds or things that would like make it darker, or like no chemicals or anything like that. Like it just doesn't exist. It's like super bright, and like futuristic looking, like tall buildings and skyscrapers, but like it's so big that like there's all kinds of things, like little villages and stuff. Like I can literally just go over the planet and just like, oh, okay, let's see, there's this, there's that, like mountains and rivers and like all those details. And animals there are different than on Earth, which is like amazing.
Yeah.
If you would take like, I don't know, the deer or something, they have this lot of silverish skin. I mean, fur and stuff like that. So it's not the brown one, but like silver looking or like sort of grayish. It's like different shapes and stuff, and just different looks. So a little bit of the planet and stuff. But when you go to meet the bad guys, like there's reptilians and greys and sort of like this tortoise looking being connected and stuff like that. So like I can shift like from place to place and like check things out if that's what you're asking.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm just curious. What did that look like? Was I a little short guy? Was I a tall, skinny guy? Can you see what I looked like? Physical features when I was on that nice planet?
Yeah, about mere and 82 centimeters. If we did the European scaling, I don't know the English or I mean American thing, but
taller than I am here, or not as tall?
Probably like maybe 1 or 2 centimeters, like smaller. Or there would be like 2 fingers, like that much.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, blackish hair, like black hair, but no whiskers, like just clean shave and muscled up. Yeah, you were good looking. I mean, you're good looking now, but you're also good looking there. To be clear. Yeah. Yeah, you have your own even like the planet has their own sort of uniform sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They have like this different factions in their like soldiers and medicine department and like even like civilians. They have different like sort of uniforms, so you can tell who's who. If we talk about that, and military has like those of like bluish, color looking.
Yeah. Okay. How old am I looking?
About 27, 28.
Yeah, so I got inducted there into what they were telling us was the secret space program, good guy, secret space program. And we're going to go fight bad guys. Actually, this started out, we were doing entity work. We asked if there was an entity involved. And, there's this thing right here. Oh, yeah. Okay, and so then we track that to
what I want to get back to.
Yeah, take it away.
Yeah, you've mentioned we started like with this item of you not taking action, and then we found the sanity that is stopping you from taking action, and that's where we found out like where did it all start.
Yeah.
And so this is why we did this whole past life regression thing, and you came to the point where they put it back in the body. You have this interest into UFOs. You want to be a UFO researcher. You want to get out of body. And they also put this entity that's going to monitor you and stop you and like do all these things. This is a part that you probably didn't mention yet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this. What was this entity doing here? After I got back from, and the bad guys, secret space program guys that were pretending to be good guys, they put me back after I lived 10 years past 1957, they bring me back as kind of tinning back. Cheat. Oh, he's getting out of shit. That's me. Breaking fucking contracts and rules. Anyway, they put me back at 1957, but they gave me a fucking buddy. Put you on the buddy system. The fuck do you mean, buddy? Get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker. But anyway, entity tracking me and monitoring, reporting back. This sort of shit that entities do a lot. So yeah, that's how I got to there.
It's a big thing.
Pretty interesting stuff.
So when we're doing these kind of sessions and addressing like items, entities, and even do the past life regressions, like what's your takeaway from today's session?
Well, one is that taking action doesn't have to be getting up out of the chair and grabbing a flag or anything or a stick or something or a poster or a camera. It can be just doing something that helps enlighten and awaken people. And there's all kinds of things you can talk about. On any level of awakening, different people are at different places. So one of the things I've been really interested in is the secret space program and that whole subject of galactic war and are we winning? Are we winning yet? Doesn't look like we're winning. Are we winning? So, yeah, the awakening is really, really, really important because the war is really about over what we think, mind control, thought control, because we're creating this reality system by virtue of what we're thinking and feeling. And they want us to think and feel certain ways. Enough of us are thinking one way, our world goes that way. That's my takeaway. I can be active and be doing something by making a video like this. It takes, God, I don't know, it takes guts to put something like this on the internet.
It does, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's not like, because I don't have that certain powerful conviction. But anyway, I do believe the secret space program is legit. And there's more than one secret space program going. And I think it's helpful for people to understand this. And the super soldier thing. Go look at some super soldier interviews and videos that you can find on YouTube. That's what I say. And the whole thing about multidimensionality and UFOs and extraterrestrial, I'm absolutely sure of that. I've been out of body a lot, and I've seen a lot of that. And Akvila has too. And so that's my takeaway and my message, I guess. How about you?
Good.
Anything you want to share with people before we wrap up?
I'm just giving you sessions.
You like giving me sessions like this?
I do.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. So Akvila does different kinds of sessions and stuff. You can go over to richwest.net if you're interested in one thing or another. She does different kinds of things. You can write to her. Email will probably be down under the video.
Yeah, we can edit.
Yeah. You can write to her and ask if you'd like a session. Any of this stuff. And we do this thing sometimes. We both work together as the facilitator team. And with my technical skills and her psychic abilities, we help a person look into their stuff, remove implants, soul contract agreements, entities, help them with past life recall stuff, and soul fragment retrieval, essence of self retrieved and stuff. So we do that as a team session. And that's been working really good. We're getting very good results from that too. Okay. All right. Yes, did you want to say anything?
Just wanted to say thank you for taking your time and sharing this, because like not everyone can do it. Like a lot of people are afraid of following it in, or all this, and I think it's important to share this sort of information, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate the sessions. Okay, thank you. I think you're over here, the video camera.
Probably.
So anyway, thank you for the session, and we'll talk after this video.
Sure.
And thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later. Okay. Oh, and hey, if anybody thinks, last message, oh my God. If anybody thinks they might have been in the secret space program or military abduction and would like some help recalling it or confirming or, just getting a little more feedback or information about it, yeah. Again, we can do that together session that we do. The two of us at the same time can help you look into that. Okay. Thank you, and thank you, and talk to you later. Love your guys' comments and thoughts, and if you want to share your weird experiences or abductions or any creepy shit, comment. Okay. All right.